What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Fire Demon Ant, and I bring you guys another deck profile for my Vanguard decks. It's my Blaster Rush deck. I hope you guys like it and enjoy. To start off, I got Wingo Brave. He is a very good starting Vanguard, as when he boosts the Blaster and his attack hits, you get to search for another blaster from your deck and add it to your hand. This is pretty good when you go either with first attack or you have to go grade 2 first attack, and yeah, just Wingo Brave. Next up I have 4 copies of Blaster Blade Exceed. He's the new Vanguard, everybody, and his attack skills: when G units with Saber and its card name strides during a turn, pay 1 counterblast, search your deck for any card with Blaster Blade in its card name, and add it to your hand and shuffle your deck. And of course, his second effect is the Blaster Blade ability, that if he's on Vanguard or Rigard, you pay 1 and retire grade 1 or greater. And Blaster Blade exceeds my only grade 3. Next up, I have 4 copies of Blaster Blade. 2 from the Legend deck, 1 from the promo, and of course the original one that I picked up. How could I describe this card? He's mainly the card for the deck that you need, like a staple. I run 2 10k vanillas, the Blaster Blade Spirit. His effect works mainly if you call him off from deck, and when he's attacked by Rigard, he just gets sent to the drop zone anyway and retired. But then again, he is a Blaster Blade, so you can call him. Next I have 4 copies of Favorite Pupil of Light and Dark Lou. If it zooms in, I could see. Come on. Come on, please zoom in. Dang it. When this unit boosted by card in Blaster Friend Barco of Floral and Floral, it gets 3000 of power and the ability to pay 1 and put in the soul. At the end of this card's battle, if this card was boosted by those 2 units, you get to call one of these Blaster Blades out, and it gets plus 3000 power. And it's basically putting him in the soul is like a good for extra soul blast abilities. I played 3 copies of Benon. If you guys already know what Benon does, he is when this card is placed on Rigard, pay 1 and search your deck for a 6k unit and put it in the same column as this card and shuffle the deck. So that was all the grade 2s. Next up for grade 1 lineup, we have Wingo Youth, which this card is really amazing. When this unit attack hits the Vanguard during the battle that this unit boosted, look at the 7 cards from top of the deck, reveal up to 1 card with Blaster Blade's card name. So yeah, Exceed, Blaster Blade, Spirit, all those cards, those are your main targets for this card too. And put them into your hand, shuffle your deck, and put this card in your, if you put a card from your hand, from your deck to your hand, you put this unit in soul. So it's pretty cool. Another soul charge unit. And you get to search your Blaster Blade. Next up, 4 copies of Blaster Friend Barco. Now this is pretty good. So, how I mentioned earlier that Lou, if his card is boosted by this, how it gets out Blaster Blade. Well, if Blaster Blade gets called to the in front of this unit, you get the counter charge, which well, this deck is really counter blast heavy, so I have to activate a lot of cost for this deck. But mainly, Blaster Friend Barco is here for that for this opening up more plays, if you would say. Next up, 4 copies of the Epona Unflip Perfect Art. Man, this card is amazing. It's even from a legend deck. I don't know what they were thinking, but yeah, I don't know. But this card is good. So yeah, if this card's in the drop zone already, you get to unflip. Next up, I play 2 of the Starlight Unicorn, which is my ban on target. I decided not to run 2 Richards because at the end of the day I will be soul blasting and drawing, and I don't think I have anything yet to put back in my deck from this card. Drop zone. But this card, if it's called to rearguard, if I have a Royal Paladin, plus 2000 power until the end of turn, so that makes my Banon a 10k attacker. Next up, I play 1 copy of the Stridefather. It's just Stridefather, just to activate more plays. And 1 copy of Packle. Soul Blast 2, and this unit gets to counter charge 2. Like I said, this card is also good, since counter charging and all. And for trigger lineup, I have, let's see, 4 of the Flora Paladin Flogel. At the end of the battle, that this unit with Blaster Blade attack the Vanguard. Pay 1, and if you do, choose one of your units with Blaster Blade on rearguard and stand it, and return this unit to your deck and shuffle the deck. So yeah, these Blaster Blades get to restand, which basically, of course, is part of the anime Stand Up on my avatar and stuff like that, if you guys watch the anime. I play the 4 copies of Pink Comet Flogel. It's just Flogel, yeah. No effects needed. I play 2 copies of Nova Knight Lu. I play 2 of the new crit triggers that came out in Demonic Advent, I believe. He's just a Margot clone, which just goes in his soul, adds 3000 power, but he's also a crit, which I really like, because I was before doing the stand trigger with the same ability, but here I still have the more pressure to attack. And 4 copies of my heal trigger, Yggdrasil Inheritor Elaine. Just heal triggers. And let's see, so for strides I have 4 copies of Holy Dragon Village's Soul Saver. So this is pretty good as a first stride, because if you have, let's say you have Blaster Friend Barco as your grade 1, then you ride into Spirit, and basically you have your 2 blaster units to get the extra crit. But this card, if you have a blaster as the heart, you get choose up to 3 of your units and get plus 5000 power. So yeah, power and the extra crit. That's why I always try to ride the 2 units I just mentioned. I play 4 copies of Divine King Knight Alfred Holy Saver. Now this is a good card, because this card is the reason why most of your Blaster Blade rearguards get to attack with Twin Drive. So first you attack with this, check the 3 cards, see if you get triggers. Then on the first battle of your Blaster Blade, it gets only the twin drive during that battle. So check 2 more drive tracks and see if you get more power. Of course, it's for cost. It's pay one and choose a copy of this card and discard a card from your hand. Next up, I ran 1 Holy Dragon, Legit Sword Dragon. If I have Alfred or Blaster in its card name, pay 1. Search my deck for a grade 2 or less card with Swordsman, Flight, or Blaster. Call to Rigard and add 2000 power. Now this isn't bad for a first stride either, but remember, Exceed works with cards and Saber in its card name. So Saber with Alfred, Saber Dragon. I might just take this out for the Gansalot that came out in the Vonic Admin if I can pull one. And yeah, just replace this. But for now, I think it's still good. I run 2 Holy Dragon, Mirrored Soul Saver. If this card has Alfred or Blaster in its card, if it attacks the Vanguard, Soul Blast 3, choose up to 5 units in your Vanguard and 5000 power until the end of turn. Pretty explanatory if you ask me. And let's see. 1 copy of Seabreeze. If the opponent wants to play the grade 2 game and you're grade 3, you can use this as a strike by paying its cost and basically activate all your abilities and punish your opponent for what they did because they want to be but I don't know the correct word for that, but comes up maybe later. 2 copies of Great Flash Assault. Pretty simple. Pay 1 if you have an Alfred of Blaster Vanguard. This card gets plus 5000 shield for each regard at the end of the battle. And 2 copies of Holy Dragon, Laser Guard Dragon. If I have 1 or more grade 2 rearguard, plus 5000 power. And that's pretty much it. I thank you guys for watching the video and see you guys later. Bye.